Welcome to Fort Collins, Colorado, home to the Colorado State Rams, settled at just over 5,000 feet, and we have a game that will live up to the altitude. What a matchup we have in store. It's still early in the season, but this is a major test for a couple of squads who've gotten out of the gate undefeated. As we'll see a team fresh and ready to go off a bye week, the James Madison Dukes, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Colorado State Rams. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Rams will kick it away to start us off. On the move from inside his 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. Here comes the offense on first down. The give to the tailback. At the 40, there he goes. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
That is a statement play right away. You're playing on the road. The stadium's loud and noisy. You want to quiet him down, run the football down the defense's throat.
They're getting this guy lathered up. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Listen, I know there are a lot of DBs out there that all they want to do is get interceptions and dance in the end zone. This dude likes to put his face in the fan, get close to the line of scrimmage, and tackle. And on the opening drive that he's out there, he gets a huge tackle for loss early. That is a statement play.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking downfield, it's Barnett. Spits it out to the back. Working that left side now. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
Quick pass on the fly motion. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
That's a really good job by the defense, reacting to what they see. They see the quarterback flip it forward on the touch pass. Now I got to go get it, right? Corral that football. He picked up some yards, yeah, but you didn't give up that big explosive play, and now you have to make them earn it now on the next down.
Ran the ball on first down. Let's see what they do on second. They think they can create space here with a run to the right. Finds a crease at the 20. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. The Dukes with the 1st and 10. To the ground. He's got it again. You'll take this every time. 5.
It's the run
down play.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Trying the left side. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Dukes. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 7-0. A 69-yard touchdown drive. And he got into the house with a 6 to finish it. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. first down here for the offense. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Looking to the big tight end. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's an example of the offensive coordinator trying to be aggressive and trying to take a shot. Now, the offense isn't able to click on that play, but moving ahead in the second half, it's important they continue to dial up these big plays. You want to stay aggressive, and you want to keep testing the second.
He'll pitch it. Big pickup before he goes out of bounds, but there is a flag. We'll have to see if it stands. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Offense gets set for second down. Now they'll run it on the toss. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I'll be on it. Formation and a play call I was never expecting to see in this game. This offense is one of the top 10 passing units in the entire country. I'm surprised they even have goal line in their playbook. What are we doing?
The give to the left. Smashes through. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
This is an interesting decision now for the head coach. You're trailing very early in the game. There's a lot of football left. But you're in a situation where you could go for it here and try and answer after your defense gave up that touchdown on the opening drive.
Already down a score early. The last thing you want to do on your first drive is give it right back to them. So they'll go for it on fourth down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
Well, I knew the coach was confident in his offense. I did not know he was that confident this early in the game. Fourth and long. I thought he'd just punt that one away and let his defense take the field. Interesting.
And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. And the Dukes are in the hurry up. Looking to throw, it's Barnett. Got the quick pass. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
Listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was a positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Here they come, facing third and long from the 20. Wide out in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
And you got to focus, right? The first thing you're looking at as a defensive lineman, the first thing you understand is the ball starts with a snap count. I have to line up, see the ball. When the ball moves, I move. I know it's simple, but you still see guys jumping off sides all the time.
Whole lot easier after that penalty. It's 3rd and 2. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. They were all over him. Nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. And it's right down the boulevard. And now the lead is even bigger. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. UNLV rolled to victory today in a game where they not only capitalized on opportunities, they created them. And that's the way this coach wants them to play every week. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. but boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
You know, it looks like they just flip the ball and everything just magically works. You know why this toss to the left works? Because the wide receivers block. You know, I know you don't say that very often. Most of the time they want to run out, you know, get the glory, catch the ball, but they got to do a good job of blocking. When you toss it on the perimeter, those guys are pivotal for this play to have success. Really good job blocking.
And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, James Madison, 10, Colorado State, 0.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Looking downfield, it's Fowler Nicolosi. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. And the Rams want to pick up the tempo. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Caught behind the line, it's Horton. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Fires to the middle. He's got him, and they convert. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily. They needed a bunch on fourth down, and boy, did they get it.
And I get aggressiveness. We get aggressiveness. We want to be aggressive, take shots down the field. First half, they felt like fourth and long. No big deal. And they
grabs it inside the 15. Run out of bounds just before he could get it into the end zone, and now they're set up first and goal. Trying to barge their way in. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Defense trying to come up with a stop on second and goal. Tries again to get it in. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
So much for the touchback. Here he comes. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Back to pass. It's Barnett. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Couldn't make the connection on 2nd down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. At the 35, he's loose. Can anyone catch him? At the 20. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, James Madison. He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Quick strike offense on that replay scoring drive. And they put the points up with that 79-yard run to the end zone. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Colorado State takes over. The Ram offense returns to the field. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drop.
Got a lot of running room. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
Yeah, I tell you what, I'm always keeping track as a defensive coordinator of where they're running the football. You can see they ran it to the right. Do they like this matchup? Is the right side of their offensive line really good? I'm going to be paying attention to that because that's a big gain. I got to make sure I shut this down the next time they run.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And sticking to the run. I tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
The Rams come to the line with a new set of downs. On the option. Oh, there's a loose football on the bad pitch. He's into the open down the middle. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Dukes. The defense takes matters into their own hands. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Colorado State, 7.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. He'll ride his man on the option. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. To the air, it's Fowler Nicolosi using the quick game. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And this This is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
Well, there's the advantage of having versatility at the running back position. On fourth down, everybody in the stadium is expecting if you throw it, it's probably going to a receiver or tight end. But because of his ability to catch the football, he makes a huge play for this offense and keeps the drive alive.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Right back to him on the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And there was no space, nowhere to go. That play went absolutely nowhere.
Sometimes you just need a dude to show up and make a play, and he did.
Sometimes you just need to block that dude, and they didn't.
Throws to the wideout. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
Makes the grab, and he's got the first. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect fourth down call there. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Timeout, Colorado State.
From the 33, it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Fowler Nicolosi. Makes the grab down the middle.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
Finds a soft spot in the middle. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They've moved it to the 19, 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Horton. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. And in the closing moments of the first half, they'll try to put a 3-spot on the board. From the left hash, this one shouldn't be too much trouble. It is good! We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Dukes will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Guys, we'll have another peek at this Rams offense. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments. They've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think then if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big men.
Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch, to work that defense and get the first down.
And after giving up that completion, guys, I wonder if the defense is going to decide to stay in zone or maybe mix things up, a little more man coverage, maybe blitz.
Across the 35. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. And the Rams will hustle to the line.
Yeah, defensively, you better be ready to run east and west when you're playing against this offense in their running game. That time, the offense was able to outflank the defense to the right side for a big play.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Dropping back, it's Fowler Nicolosi. Fires to the wideout. Into double coverage, and he picked it off. Didn't get a ton on the return, but they've got it inside the 20 at the 19-yard line.
That's a bit of a gut punch if you're the offense, because you went in at halftime, you made your adjustments, you're feeling good about your game plan coming here in the second half, and right away you throw an interception to the defense.
They'll try the left side. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
It's a reverse. Bulls his way forward. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And you got to love this if you're the defensive coordinator, because your defense stayed disciplined. They didn't over-pursue to the running back. They stayed home, played great with their eyes, and they were able to make the tackle.
Fairly manageable distance here on 3rd down from the 27. Looking to throw for it. Got his man. Still on his feet at the 45. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. And the Dukes have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. The Dukes are moving quickly down the field. Handoff to the lone back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Scanning the field, it's Barnett. Got his man quickly. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple of yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receiver somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
The throw. It's complete to the left. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the 1st down.
Really nice job there of the quarterback. Reading coverage, he knew exactly where to go with the football and at what exact time. The timing could not have been better. They get the completion on 3rd down, setting up 1st and goal.
Got it behind the line. It's Knight. And that will go backwards. A negative play, and that defense on high alert that time.
I like the decision by the quarterback there. I mean, you'd like to think your receiver in space can make a linebacker miss, but that's just a better job tackling by the defense.
They'll keep it on the ground looking for the end zone. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, James Madison.
The identity of this offense is their ability to run the football. They're doing that in this game. That's now 3 rushing touchdowns on the day.
And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. We will see what this Colorado State offense can get done this time. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quick.
Just finds that little crevice, and he's still out. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. Starting a drive like that really builds confidence. First down from the 45. Motion from the offense. They'll throw it on first down. He's got his man. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run the toss. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop it.
I think the toss does a really good job of getting the football on the edge quickly. You know, you toss it out there to the running back, you better block the defensive end. That's priority number 1. Good job blocking the defensive end, getting a nice positive game in the toss.
Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down. The Rams want to move quickly.
No surprise. I mean, with the way they're running the ball early in this game, they're just going to keep doing it. And they're just not hammering out 2, 3, 4-yard gains. They're gashing this defense. You saw it right there.
Quick tempo here for the offense. The handoff to Johnson. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, that last play is basically a microcosm of what today has been like for this offense. Just nothing happening. Not physical enough at the point of attack. They're being swarmed. They haven't had the balance necessary to win this game, and that's why they find themselves trailing.
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
If I had told you that one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football was going to have less than 200 yards passing in this game, you might not have had that on your bingo card, but that's what's in fact happened. This defense has done an outstanding job getting pressure on him like they did right there getting the sack.
Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Heaves it into trouble, and he finds trouble with the pick. He'll try to take it back. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And that's a really good job by the defense. Understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
On target to the left. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? This is what got this team in this position to win this game. Aggressive offense, taking shots. Here we are in the 4th quarter. They've got the lead. Why stop now?
Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Looking to buy time. And he just chucks it into the 4th row.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously, so he's outside the tackle box. He's moved the throw away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw it again. Fires to the right. It's complete. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down.
I don't know if they're trying to get this guy Heisman consideration, but the fact that they're still throwing the ball at this point of the game with the lead like they have is surprising, I gotta be honest.
Comes out throwing on first down. Forced out of the pocket. Throws to the wideout. And the ball is intercepted. The sudden change on the turnover, and man, he was looking for running room. Couldn't find that, but they'll have it at the 22. Colorado State takes over. The Ram offense returns to the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
The pull and throw off the RPO. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. And the Rams moving quickly to the line.
Great job by the defense here rallying to this wide receiver and making the tackle. He is dangerous.
And the quarterback bought some time, but not enough. Down he goes with the sack. That's the last thing you want as an offense, a negative play, a sack on first down. Wants to throw. It's Fowler Nicolosi. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And he throws another interception, his third of the night. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
On the run, fires downfield. Finds a man by himself. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. Some might have the philosophy to milk the clock. Others have this philosophy. Just keep going at them.
Until you stop me. And I think the offense, you can tell, it's pretty clear. They're going to keep their foot on the gas, continuing to throw the football down the field, attack, make big plays like they have all game long.
And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
They'll try again on second down after the incompletion. He's looking to throw. Trying to get to him. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
A third and long coming up here. To throw, it's Barnett. They're bringing heat. And this is going to be incomplete on third.
And the defense gets the big third down stop, creates some momentum. Hey, I don't know if they're going to go for it on fourth down, but the defense is continuing to fight, continuing to hustle, continue to fly around. These are positive signs from a group that you know needs to continue to grow, needs to continue to build, needs to continue to get better.
They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. They're trying to get to it. To the end zone, and it's picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense.
Yeah, I think if you're the head coach now, you start running the football. That's now the second pick you've thrown in the fourth quarter. You've got the lead. It's time now to try to ice the game.
Quarterback run is part of their game plan. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
And I think this offense is all but surrendered, right? Like they're down so much, they need to be throwing the football if they want to score a bunch of points to get back in this game. But they got to find something moving forward, man. This was a rough day. This was not a great offensive performance. They got to bounce back. The next opportunity.
It's complete. A huge pickup. All kinds of running room. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Colorado State. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Gotta love the execution. Not easy to throw down here, but the quarterback made a good read, accurate throw, and they come away with 2 points.
Time is against them, still down by 2 scores, but they'll line up for the onside kick.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Couldn't order better field position for this offense. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Gonna take a shot. It's complete. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Dukes. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep, and they're able to get him down.
Yeah, and the defense comes up with the stop, and you just wonder, the analytics world and all that stuff, that whatever the card says to do, you're supposed to do. I wonder if they were listening to that card.
Timeout called by the defense. 13 seconds to go.
Timeout, Colorado State.
Now they'll try to get another possession with an onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. Offense set on 1st down. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Fires to the middle. A strike downfield. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. To the air on 1st down. Fires into the end zone. And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception. And with that turnover, that'll finish the game. A strong, methodical, workmanlike effort from this team. No frills, just